meat, freshly made Italian bread, and Lewis Dairy Milk.
Question of the D. You ever need anything discussed relationship-wise, you can always email Jessica at power1017.com. All right, dear Bill and Jess, how many times are you supposed to hook up and do the do while living together? Because the reason why I don't do it as often is because every time we do, 2 days later, there's an argument and I'm being called out my name and it just turns me off. Why should we keep hooking up and doing the do? And why should I continue to do that with someone who mistreats you afterwards or argues like you're the problem? Then sleep in different rooms for a couple days without speaking, and then the cycle restarts. Like we're just supposed to forget what happened and what was said and continue to, have sex like nothing happened afterwards. You get mistreated again and he's happy for a day, and then boom, there's an argument. So couple lives together, they hook up, they get intimate, then all of a sudden everything's good for a day, and then it goes right back to fighting and arguing. Then they make up, they do the do, good for a day, start fighting again. It's like a cycle over and over and over again. You need to get out of that. That's what I say. I don't know. What do you guys think? 302-858-5117. Pepper texted in. So many women have said they go through this. I don't know what to tell them. The best guess is for some reason, after hooking up, some men feel weakened and start an argument to regain a feeling of empowerment. I will tell you what I told them. That sounds miserable. You have three choices: therapy, leave, or stay. Interesting. None of those men were open to therapy. I don't know if that's like a counselor texting in or what, but Pepper texts that in. Steven says, I really believe that God uses the after effects of our mess ups to show whether or not we're in the right situation with people. It can be consistent arguments after hooking up in general, or it can be a pH balance being thrown off consistently after hooking up. Feelings of loneliness or depression after doing the do. Don't be like some of us, be included and stay when you see red flags. Crystal texted in, the problem isn't hooking up. It's being in a relationship where you guys are mistreated. If it's happening every few days, it's time to reevaluate who you are, what you want, and what you're not willing to put up with anymore. Yeah, I agree with that. Jack texted in, you need to reevaluate the toxic situation that you're in because it doesn't sound like it's going to get any better. Either you two sit down and talk about why y'all are arguing about, any situation, and physically separate, or until, your needs are met mentally and emotionally. Dominic texted in, you two had a toxic relationship before shacking up. Either break up or move out, or shut up and continue to deal with the dysfunction. Yeah, I agree. Again, dear Bill and Jess, how many times are you supposed to have relations when you're living together? Because the reason why I don't is, every time, 2 days later, we're back to arguing again. I'm being called out my name. It's just a turn off. Why should we keep having sex when someone who mistreats you afterwards and argues, and says that you're the problem? And then you sleep in different rooms for a couple days. And that's like a big argument. When you go and sleep in different rooms, I don't know. That's a little much, but it's almost like a, continuing cycle. You couple living together, you hook up, and then you're good for a day, and then you split up, and then you make up, and then you hook up, and then you split, and then you make up and you hook up. Have you ever been in a situation like that? Let us know. Help her out. 302-858-5117. That is a question of the day. And here's Maroon 5 and Megan Thee Stallion. It's called Beautiful Mistakes. Bill and Jessica Show. Good morning.
It's beautiful.